In this video, I will show you how to use Svelte with a card. I'm going to walk you through all the stuff that I know about Svelte that I have learned in the past days. And you will have a very deep knowledge about this, call it library, framework, compiler. Let me get started by explaining to you what we are going to build. So the general idea is that we have a navbar where we have a link to a page, a link to a different page, a link to a different page, and somewhere here we have the amount of items that we have in the shopping cart. So let's pretend that we have 0 items in the shopping cart. In order to keep it really simple, I'm not going to create all these pages because I don't want you to be clicking here and there to test the system. So the best trick for now is just to have all the pages in one simple page. So we have the navbar here. Right below, we are going to create the products page. So we're going to have the products here. Pretend that we have this product and we have that product and that product. And over here, we're going to have a different page, which is just for learning purposes in the same page. And we will have here the card. As soon as you buy this product here, let's pretend that this product is called X1 and this product is X2 and X3. If you buy X1, then in the cart X1 will appear and you will have the quantity of it. So you will have one element, for example, one unit of this product. You can add more elements to it and you can delete elements from it. And you can actually get rid of the whole element if that's what you want by clicking on a delete button. So once you buy X1, X1 pops up here and obviously this card here gets updated. Now we have one product in the basket. If you click on the plus button, this one here will increase to 2 and over here we have 2 elements in the shopping cart. If you want to buy X2, so a customer clicks on X2, X2 appears there, we have the plus, we have the minus, we have the del. Since this X2 was just bought or added to the cart, we will have one product there. So 2 plus 1 is 3, and this will change automatically to 3 if we subtract one element by clicking on this minus button. We will have a 1 there, and therefore we will have a 2 there, because 1 plus 1 is 2. You get the idea. So it's a fully working shopping basket. We're going to demonstrate, or you will learn how reactivity takes place here with Svelte, and hopefully you like it. Please, if you like the video, don't forget to please give me a like. You know the deal. Subscribe to the video and get notifications, because in the coming weeks I will make a video where I will build the exact same thing, but I'm not going to use any libraries. So we are going to see how much of an effort it takes to build it with Svelte and without Svelte, and we'll also learn how much space, how big is the Svelte file compared to a file that doesn't use any libraries to achieve the exact same application. So let's get started. The first thing you guys need to have is definitely Node.js in your computers. So over here you should go to, let me take this away, delete that link there, Node.js. And you have to go to nodejs.org, download Node.js, install it in your computers, and you will be set up. Then what we need to do is we need to create a folder inside your computer anywhere you guys like. I just created this folder for teaching purposes now. It doesn't matter how you call it, it doesn't matter where you place it. And let's go to the Svelte page. I'm going to go to Google, Svelte, and svelte.dev. And over here we're going to go to the repo. And let's just download by clicking on this icon there. Extract whatever you have downloaded. Copy what you have extracted. I'm copying that. And place this copied folders and files wherever you have the folder that you just created with Visual Studio. In my case, this folder here is called Svelte Card Video 1. So I'm going to go to my computer. I'm going to go to my Svelte projects, and now I'm going to find the Svelte Card Video 1 folder. I'm going to paste what I just copied, and this is what I get out. We don't need this anymore. We don't need that anymore. So we're going to open a new tab. So we're going to test here the application. Let's start opening the terminal. So you can say View Terminal. In my computer, I have a shortcut to do that. And since you have installed Node.js, you can do npm install. This will install the needed files to work with Svelte. And over here, a new folder will pop up in a second. And that folder contains a lot of code that will allow us to compile our code. That's the created folder. So once we have that, we can do an npm run dev, and we're going to click enter. And it says here that the application is running in port localhost port 5000. So we're going to go to localhost port 5000. It says hello world, everything is running fine. I'm going to hide the console, the terminal actually, because I don't need it. And I will explain to you the principles of Svelte. In the src folder, you have the main.js, which is the file that's going to open the app.svelte, which is this here. This hello world that you guys see here is coming from this file. So if I change world to universe, I save, it automatically reloads the page. That's part of the npm run dev. It auto reloads. We don't need this. I will walk you through all things, all variables, everything else afterwards. And inside the public, we will have the bundle CSS, which is the specific styling for the specific elements that we have inside each component. We have the bundle.js, which is the JavaScript that gets created from Svelte. This is the file that you can import in any other project if you want to do or to use the application that you just created. We have the global CSS, which contains all the global styling for all the pages that we create here. And the index page is the entry point, which is this one here. So the title here says Svelte app. If we change this to card, we save it. You can see the title changed to card over there. Here you can see that the page points to bundle.js, which is this file over there. All right. So let's start creating the application. Let's go to the app.svelte. I'm going to create a kind of a template that will be used throughout the whole system. So I'm going to create some spaces here. Like so, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. That's just nothing really. It's just for me to be able to distinguish between the script tag and the style tag that I have here, and also the DOM elements that we have here. So this is the basic setup of an Svelte component. You have the script, you have the style, and over here you can have the DOM elements, divs, spans, whatever you guys want. So for now, we don't need the divs here. We don't even need the style, but I will leave it there so I can copy this and I can place these in my different components. If you look at the previous explanation, over here we have the nav bar. That's a component. It contains links, it contains some reactivity that could be used as a component. The products page is definitely a component. The cart page is also a component. Now, inside the products page, we can buy this product, we can buy that product, and the product in itself has an image, it has a price, it has a name, it has a title, it has a button buy. So the product in itself is a component. You don't need to make it as a component, but I want to make it as a component. And over here, the cart page is a component, and each of these products in itself is an inner component of the cart page. This is kind of controversial because some people design this in different ways, but this is the way I want to teach you today. You're going to learn how to create several components, and Hopefully you like the way I do it. Now, let's create these components here. Let's create a nav component. So let's go over here inside the src folder. We're going to create a component. I will call it comp nav.svelte. The first letter must be capitalized. So I will do capital C, and then I will just write the name of the component. You can call this whatever you guys want. So the comp nav is created. I copy all of it, and paste it there. Then I save. I can also save this. I don't need it for now. Comp svelte is created. The nav is created, this one. Let's create the products component. That will be for the product page. So we create a new component. Let's call it comp products.svelte. So this will be the page where I display all my products. Paste whatever I have copied, save it. Let's create the card component. Comp card.svelte. The extension must be svelte. Paste it, save it. Now we have the three main components: nav, products, and card. Let's create the inner components. So as I previously showed you, this here, this product is a component. So I'm going to create a new file, comp product.svelte. It's not products, it's just one individual product. Paste whatever I have copied. And I also need this product here for the card. Now you cannot call it comp product again. I'm going to call it comp card product.svelte. Paste it. So now I have my components ready to be coded on. Let's start coding the app svelte, which is this one here, which will display the main data here. In order to have the nav bar being shown, let's go to the comp nav, which is this one. And let's set up here a few elements. Let's just fake it for the sake of the explanation that we have a home link. Let's do this as a link, why not? Let's create a nav HTML element. Let's create a link to home. We're not going to use this at all. It's just for you to have an idea how this could be built. We're going to have a link to the products page, to the contact us page, and so on. But for now, not to confuse, I will say just contact us. That will be what we display to the user. And eventually this will take us to the contact us. Not in this tutorial, obviously. That's just for you to see it. So we have this ready. And somehow here, I need to display the amount of elements that I have in my shopping cart. And that's what I want to get to. So I will have to have here an items in cart. For now, which is hard code 0. I save. Nothing is displayed here because I'm not using this component in the system. So what I will do now is I'm going to go to the app.svelte, and over here I'm going to use the comp nav. To do that, we say import. We give it a name. You can write here anything you want. It's basically a variable, but I want to call it comp nav. So I keep synergy throughout the code. Comp nav, and I'm going to import it from the comp nav element. Comp nav.svelte. I save it. Now I'm going to show you a trick now. If you don't want to have the terminal open like I have it here now, because it takes too much space, it's quite annoying actually, even when it's kind of minimized. It still takes too much space. So this is what I do. Whenever I save, I always pay attention to the title bar here. If this title bar reloads, that means that I do not have any errors in my code. Well, basically no any big errors at least. So I save, you can see it reloaded. If I just import the comp without the .svelte, I save, it did not reload, therefore I know that something is going on. Then I can open the terminal and then I can look at the error message here. So that's how I do it. Let's do comp nav.svelte again. Save it. Reload it, great. Since we want to display the nav bar, we have this variable that points to the nav bar. I copy this variable, and over here I'm going to tell Svelte to actually display that variable, the contents of it. So I create a tag, you open and you close the tag like such, and then you just put the name of the component variable here. So here we have the pages, we're not going to touch them, and we have these items in cart 0. Let me zoom in a little bit more, there, 0. This here should change to 1, or to 2, or to 3, and so on. So once we have that, let's create the products page. Let's go to the products component from products over here, and I'm going to just create an h1 tag that says products. I'm going to save it. We don't see anything here because we need to actually use this component. So over here, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to import com products from, I'm going to import it from products dot svelte. Pay attention to the title bar, it actually reloaded. So over here, I'm going to use the variable com products. Save it. Now I don't see anything here. Let's see why. Products should be there because I have this com products, but look why I did it. I did it in the com product, not in the com products. So this is misplaced the code. You can see that that's a logical bug. So we'll go to the com product, and it's here where I have to do the h1 actually. h1 product. These are mistakes that are hard to spot. And now we have the products there. This is one product. Remember, I'm the product now. I don't need this. I don't touch this component. All right. Hopefully you don't get confused, but just to teach you how you have to spot minor mistakes that the terminal will not catch. All right. So we have the products. Now let's go to the com card and let's create an h1 here and let's write card in there. We also need to import it. We also need to use it. Therefore, I will duplicate this line here. I will say that this is the com card, and I'm going to import from com card.svelte. I will also need to add the com card by copying and pasting in there. Save it. So I have the navbar, I have the products, I have the card. Let's now go to the, let's close all these. Let's now go to the com products only, products plural. This one is the singular one. Sorry, that was not in purpose. Products here. Here is the controversial thing. Many coders, I have seen many people doing this. They actually put the products right here, which as for now, I disagree. You should not put the products inside this script, meaning that you should not have an array of products like such. And over here, you will have all your products. Let's say that these are the products. I don't think you should put them here because products, the products themselves, they are just data. They don't really belong to this part of the code because this is a web page. That's a component. The products should exist as data. Therefore, inside SRC, I'm going to create a new file and I will call it products.js. Now look at the syntax here. Products is not capitalized. You could capitalize it if you wanted, but I don't capitalize it. And this products.js is going to be the file that actually contains my products. So over here, I would like to have all my products. Let products, that's an array of products, and I'm going to fake a few products. I'm going to fake that the first product has an ID of 1, has a name of A, and it has a price of, let's say, 10. And then I'm going to duplicate this and duplicate that one, and I will change the ID to 2 and 3, the name to B and C, and the price to 20 and 30. So these are my products. You could have an image for them and all that. And what I would like to do is I would like the com product to actually use these products here. So they don't have to be in there. They just have to come from the products store. So this is actually a store. If you have done other libraries or frameworks, front-end frameworks, you know the concept of a store. But if you don't know it, it's just a place where you have the data. So over here, I'm going to be able to export these products to the comp products. You heard me saying export, therefore you need to export let products. Now here it's where things get a little bit complicated. In Svelte, if you want to be able to export this to a different component and the other component can edit these products, the other component can delete some of these products, then you have to make this as a writable store. So we're going to do that. We're going to say import writable from, and we're going to import this from Svelte directly. You don't need to do the // you just do Svelte / store. So I have imported that from the store. And now what I need to do is I need to actually be able to export this product. And this is where things get a little bit tricky here, because what you need to do is this. You say export let products equals, and over here you have to say that this is writable, and you open and close the parentheses. Now I'm going to move the last parenthesis, the closing one, down to the bottom there. And this is how you create the store. You could have done it in a different way. If I take the array out, I cut it, then I say export the variable products. It is a writable store, meaning that other components can interact with it by editing, deleting elements from it. And what I want to put here, you could put a number, so you can edit this number. You could put text, so you can edit that text. You can put a JSON object. You can also put an array with JSON objects in it. So now I have my products and they have been, or they are ready to be used. Over here inside the products component, I want to use them. So what I need to do is I need to check that file. Let me just quickly do something here in my computer. All right, over here. So we're going to say import, and we're going to import. Here we need to tell that we need to import this variable, the products variable. So we say import products. This is inside curly braces because I want to tell it that that's a variable. I'm going to import this from that store, the store that I actually call products.js. I save. You can see it reloaded. There are no errors there. And now that I have imported these products, I'm going to create here an each loop so I can display each of the products. You know what? Let's do this. Let's just create here a JSON variable where we're going to say JSON.stringify, and we're going to stringify the products that I have in the products store. If you just do that like so, products, I save, you will see that I have nothing there. And the reason you don't see anything here is because this products actually doesn't exist inside this component. And you may be thinking that, well, it is actually here. No, not really. If you import a variable from somewhere else, if you want to refer to that variable, which does not belong to this script here, you need to do a $sign in front of it. So you have to say import the external products. You can think of the $sign as saying comes from another place. So we save it, and then we have the products in the system. We're going to do the exact same thing for the card. Why not? Let's do it now. So we go to the src, we create a new file, we call it card.js. And over here, we're going to say import the exact same thing. I want to just retype it so you can see how I do it. Import writable from Svelte / store. And over here, we're going to say export let. And here we have the products. These products here are related to the card. So you can give it the same name, it doesn't matter. So products equals writable. That's a function. And over here you can do a number, you can do text, you can do an array, you can do whatever, but this is going to be an array with elements. For now, it's empty because we don't have any products in there. Let's open the comp card, sorry. And over here, we're going to display the components that we have in the card. So we open this JavaScript, even though it's inside curly braces, it says I'm going to do JavaScript in here, and I'm going to say JSON.stringify. and I'm going to stringify whatever I get inside the variable products. Now this is an external variable which comes from the card in this time. Let's close that so you don't get confused. And over here I'm going to say import, create a variable called products from, and we're going to import it from the card.js. I save it. This is empty because I don't have any elements in my card, and you can see that I don't have any elements there. Eventually I will have an element, so if I have an element A, I know it's not going to be an A, it's going to be a product, but just for you to see it, they will pop up there. So this is how you create the stores, and that's done. That's done. Now let's get back to the individual products that we have here. Let's create each individual product where we can buy it. So let's go to the comp product there and let's build it. We don't need to import anything for now. The product in itself is going to be a div, and let's give it a class of product. We're not going to do a lot of styling, but just for you to know that you can create a class on it. The product has an ID. We don't know the ID for now, so we will just do an X. The name is going to be an X. We are going to have a price if we want to display the price X, and we're going to have a button that says buy. So we save it for now. We don't see anything here because we need to go to the comp products, which is this one. Let me put it on the left side. And over here, instead of just displaying the products coming from the store, I'm actually going to import each individual product element. So I will say import comp product from, and let's do this, / comp product dot svelte. I save, it actually reloads, it's working fine. And over here, I am going to create a product, the comp product, just to see if I see one of those. And here's my first product. Obviously, it's not a real product, but it's working fine. But I need many of those. Since I need many, I need one of these components for each product that I have in my system. I will create an each loop. That's how you do it. You open the each, you close the each, and inside this each, you can put the comp product. So I cut it, I paste it, and then I save. Let's see what happens here. I don't see anything being reloaded. You can see that there's an error. If I say each, the computer is saying, well, what do you want me to look through? So you can say, well, from this external store called products, I want to grab each of the products as a product. I save, and therefore I see these 3 products. So now this product contains some data. It contains the data inside the products card, inside the products store, that one. All right, the product in itself, which is this product there and this product there, you have to understand that that product is going to be a variable that contains the ID, the name, the price, and therefore this variable is going to be actually a JSON object. You can declare like so, and the data for this object is going to come from whoever component called this component here. So the comp product is actually calling this individual comp product. Therefore, this component here is in charge, is responsible of passing the data to this variable there. To do that, we say that the comp product, let me do that, has a variable called product, which equals, and over here we want to pass the data for this product. This product here belongs to the comp product, therefore is this variable there. So we want to pass this product. Kind of weird, but what I'm saying is whatever this product contains, which is this variable, I want to place it inside the product variable, which is this one there. If I save and I save, this is not really going to do anything because now I need to use the data for this product inside ID, the name and the price. I can say that ID, I open and close curly braces, is the product.id. I can say that the name is the product.name, whatever ID the system passed to it, and the price is going to be the product.price. I save. I don't see anything here besides undefined, and the reason you are seeing this is because this data here is going to be populated from another component, so you need to export it. Then you save it and you have ID1, name, and the price. So this is fully working together with these elements there. I don't need to be able to edit or delete these individual products because that's not of idea when you go to a page. You cannot really delete products from the products page. You can delete them from the cart, but not from the page products. Let's therefore go to the buy button. Let's do that. When I click on buy, I will need to add this product here to the cart. Let's see how we build that. Let's go to the product page and we're going to click on buy. So over here, we're going to say on click. This is not a normal JavaScript on click event. This is a Svelte event. Therefore, you say on :click, and we're going to call a function called, let's call it buy product. Save it. Now we have an issue here because you can see that this is blank. This function has not been declared. The system doesn't like it. So I go to the script tag and I'm going to declare that function. Const buy product, and that's going to be a function. Let's do an arrow function. I save. You can see that this is working fine now. And what I will do now is I want to buy the product. So which product? Well, since I am inside this component, all of it is the component. When I go to this function by product, I'm going to buy this product here, which is reactive, and therefore it knows is the product that is being displayed there. So now you know that everything inside this component, when you say product, refers to the product in itself. So let's do that. Now, here comes the tricky part. We need to put this product that we are buying inside the cart store. We need to put the product there. So to do that, we need to import this store. Let's do that. We say import. We're going to import the store products. We're going to import products from, and we're going to import it from the cart.js. Save it. Running fine. Now these products have been imported, therefore I can actually add it to the products variable. So we're going to say that the products, I need to do the $sign. Remember that because it comes from a different store, from a different component. I will say that the products equals, and then I'm going to use the spread operator here. I'm going to say that equals products, and I will add the product to it. Save it. Buy. The product appears there. I reload again. If I buy B, the product appears there. Now I'm going to buy A, B, and C. So I have bought these three products because they are inside the cart. We're going to come back to this in a second because what if you click buy again? This should not have happened, right? If you click on buy, then you should buy this quantity 1, quantity 2, not 2 of the same IDs there. So we're going to get back to that. Let's now go and work on each of the elements that we display in the cart. To do that, we created a component. We call it com_cart_product. So we're going to work on these elements here now. Each of these com_cart_products will have a name. Let's give it a div. Let's create a div for it. Let's give it a class of product. Why not? So over here, we're going to have not the ID of the product. You don't want to display the ID for now. So I'm going to say we want the name of the product, and this will be the product.name. So where is this product.name coming from? Well, let's go back to the script tag here, and let's create a variable called product, which equals an empty product, which is a JSON object. This will be populated from the cart page, So we're going to export this variable. So some other component can inject the data to it. As a tip, you don't really need that, guys, because as soon as we inject data inside this variable, if we inject JSON, this variable will be JSON. If we just inject text, this variable will be just text. If we inject an array, this will be an array. You could do this. You can even give it a default ID and a default name if you want it. But for now, just so you learn a different thing, I will just say that this is a product. Whatever the cart page injects into it, that will be the product. And the product will have a name that I know because I will code that in a second. It will have a price. So we will have the price for the product. And the product will have the number of units. Yeah, let's do units. So here we'll have product.unit. Quantity will do. Quantity. Now, if you pay attention before, you know that we don't have a quantity for these products there. No, we don't, because these products here don't have a quantity. What has a quantity is the product inside the cart, not the main products that we have in our store. So we have the quantity. We are going to, let's just save this for now. And let's close that, that, and that. And let's open the com cart so we concentrate on these two parts of the system. Now the com cart, which is this page, wants to use each of the cart products internally. So we're going to import it. Import com cart product from, and then we're going to import it from com cart product.svelte. Save it, reload it fine. And over here, we're going to create the exact same each loop as we did before. So we're going to say for each, we're going to close the for each. And over here, what we're going to do is, we need to loop through something. So we're going to loop through these products. So for each product as product, we're going to create this com cart product. So I'm going to open this tag and I'm going to close it like so. So right now that's what we have. We have com cart product there. Nothing is displayed here. When I say buy, we have this, and this com cart product, which is that one, should have displayed some data in here. Nothing is really shown. Sorry for that. Let's just save that. We save that, and we need to open this console to see if we have a bug. We don't have a bug in there. We don't have anything here. Now, nothing is displayed. I was hoping to see this product in the com cart product to contain this, but nothing is displayed because I need to buy, and here we get the error. It cannot read property name of undefined. That is an error that happened on my client side, and we have to fix it. Cannot read property name, sure. If you look at this com cart product, it says that we need a name, we need a price, we need a quantity, but this product has never been injected with data. So over here, when we say com cart product, we are going to take this variable product, and we're going to say that this variable contains whatever this product in the loop has at that moment. We save it, we buy. Here we have the name of the product that we want to buy with the price, with the unit. The units are undefined, by the way. We have to fix that. We have the ID for the next product, which is that one, and the next product, which is that one. So now it's working fine. We have the issue with the unit. We need to get back to it too. Okay, so let's see how we can fix the units thing. Over here, when we buy, we need to set up the unit. So let's go back to the, not here. Let's go back to the com product, that one there, so we can fix this buying of the units here. What we need to do is this. We need to, first of all, we need to actually loop through each of the products to see if these products that are here have been previously added to the shopping cart. If not, let's do this. If I want to buy this product here, I click on buy. The quantity should be 1 because I only clicked there one time. So I need somehow a logical structure that says if this product is not in the shopping cart yet, when I click on buy, the quantity will be 1. If the product is already in the cart, the quantity will be whatever price we have in there plus 1. So to do that, I'm going to create here let's do a for loop, a for of loop. Let's do that. So I'm going to create here a variable just to keep it slightly less confusing. I will call it item. This is going to be a product. I will say for the item of, and then I will loop through the store of products. Then I have to check if the item.id, meaning that the item is the same as my product.id, and this product.id is this product here. So if the item inside the products store has a match in my product.id, then I will just say that the item quantity is going to be increased by 1 because it's already in the cart. So I just increase the quantity of it. And then I'm going to say that products equals products. You need this to wake up Svelte saying, listen, I make a change in the products store. Please re-render, apply reactivity to it. And since I found a match, I did the update of the quantity. I can just return here. I don't need to return it again. Else, if there is no match inside this loop, that means that the product has not been previously added to the store. So what? All right, guys, sorry for that. I had a little issue here. So when I click on buy, we see this undefined. I was trying to debug it. So the bug is here. It says products quantity. It's not the products quantity, it's the product quantity. So I save it. I buy, I have the quantity 1. I buy that product, quantity 1. I buy that product, quantity 1. If I buy it again, now I have 2. I have 2. And I have 2. So this is fully working. You can see how reactive it is. As soon as I as soon as I upgrade or edit the number of the product, the quantity also is applied to the global card here. That's what I have in my card store. But we do have an issue here. Items in card 1, that's incorrect because I actually have 2, 4, 6 now. So I need this to be reactive as well. Let me show you how we solve that. We need to go to the card component, nav component, this one here, because we have this there. So that's the one where we need to update. To do that, we're going to set this up in a way that we can actually, oops, sorry for that. We need to import here, and we're going to import products from the store. The store is called card.js. And over here, we need to create a variable. Let's call it items in cart equals 0, because when we load the page, we don't have any items in the cart, and we want to show this variable down there. So we do curly braces, and we can display here items in cart. So we get 0 items in the cart. The idea is that as soon as I click on buy, this number will be updated. So over here, we need to do a compound function. We need reactivity to act upon this variable here. To do that, we're going to do $: and this is where computed, not compound, computed properties, computed functions will take place. So over here, I'm going to do $: this is a computed property, and then I open and close the curly braces, and I'm going to create here a piece of code. The idea is that I have to say for let, I'm going to select each of the products as an item, and I'm going to get them inside the products store. And what I want to do here is I want to increase the counter. I don't have this count. Let me create this variable. Let count equals 0. So the count will increase plus equals the item.quantity. Let me explain this to you again. This computed property, computed function, whatever you want to call it, just says that it's going to start the count at 0. It is going to loop through all the products in the cart store. It will grab the quantity of each of the products and it will plus it inside the count variable. If we do this, that means that every time something changes inside this products array, this computed element will run. This happens automatically. If the computer, the system, senses a change inside this products store, this will run. And if that runs, what we want to do is we want to set the items in the cart to equals the count. Maybe there's an easier solution to do this. This is the way I found out and I like it. So these items in cart will be updated every time this computed property runs. And therefore these items in cart will be displayed there. I save, we buy, we have one element in the cart, we buy 2, and we have 3. I'm going to buy again this product, which is that one, to see what happens in this unit and what happens up here. I click on buy. You can see that now we have 2 units and we have 4 in the cart, 4 units. Buy 5, buy 6. We no longer need this, we no longer need that. That was very good to demonstrate how things work here. I'm going to go to the products first. I'm going to products, products. I'm going to take this line away. I'm going to go to the card. I'm going to take that line away so we don't see the arrays with the objects. We buy, we buy, we buy, buy. Okay, everything is working fine. We now need the plus, the minus, and the delete button. That belongs to each of the cart product. So let's create those elements over here. So we are going to create a button that says on click. That this will be the event listener on click, and that's an Svelte event listener. I will add 1. Let's just do that. Let's keep it really simple. And over here we just do the plus. I don't have this function, so if I save, the page doesn't do anything, but this doesn't exist. Duplicate this, delete 1, that will be with the minus sign, and then I also need the remove, remove, because I need to remove that element from the basket. So I will say delete product. Okay, this is a little bit weird. Add 1, I wouldn't call it delete 1, I will just do subtract 1. So we take 1 away, and this will be the remove. We save it. Here we have the bug, because we don't have the functions add 1, we don't have the subtract 1 function. We need to build those functions. So let's create them. Const add 1 is a function, and let me just duplicate this for the subtract 1, and let's duplicate that for the delete product function. So these are the functions that I want to call now, and let's concentrate on the add 1. So over here, if I want to add 1, what I will do is I will say that the product, which is that one there, the quantity, remember that we injected the quantity, so it's going to increase by 1. And then what I want to do is I want to update the cart store. So if you imagine this, right now I cannot display that because I have this bug there. Yeah, if I click on plus, I need to update not just this element here, but I need to update the counter that I have in the cart store. To do that, I need to import here products from And I'm going to import this from the card.js. I need to do that so I can refer to these products. So once I have imported that, I increase the product quantity of this specific product, and then I'm going to just say that the product, which is the card store, equals products. So I tell Svelte to redo the computed properties for products, and let's try it. Save it. Bye. You can see how this updates and that updates. Okay, so this is working fine for the add one, and we're going to do the subtract one now, which, as you can guess, it's going to be this, copy and paste it, but we need to decrease the amount of products like so. Save it. Bye. I go up, count down, that's fine, up, count down, and oh, I can see something here. If I go like this, I'm going minus, and minus there, I need to block that. I will do this in a second. Let's see how I block that. Okay, let's do the delete first of all. That's not called delete anymore. It's called actually, oh yeah, it's called delete product. Let's do that. And then I will block the minus thing that I show you about. So to delete a product, what I will do is I'm going to say products is going to be products. I'm going to filter that. I'm going to filter the products. I'm going to grab each of the products as an item. And the return value will be if the product.id is not equals the item.id. So basically, I will just say that if the product were removed, if it has a match in the basket, take it away. Save it. Bye, plus, 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 minus, 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 remove. I have two elements in the card. Remove, I have one element in the card, plus, 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 is working fine. So this is actually quite good. The last part of this, oh no, going to the minus thing, going minus actually, that should not be allowed. Let's block that. To do that, I'm going to go to this subtract function here, event here, tag, and here I'm going to just set a disabled class. This is going to be an attribute, not a class, I'm sorry, it's an attribute. I just call it disable for now, and you're going to see how this actually works. I'm going to go here and I'm going to create a variable, let disable, the exact same name, is going to be false. If I do that, that means that this has the attribute. Let's see if I can show you that. It doesn't have anything about disabled here. If I say disable true, let's see if that pops up there. In this, sorry, in the minus button here. So you can see that it displays disabled. This is how Svelte does these attributes. It knows how to interpret that code. So disabled false means that it should not write disabled inside this bottom tag. So if it's true, it will display it. To control that, we're going to do this. We are going to go to the subtract one, and we're going to do a check actually. If the product quantity is 0, then we're going to say that the variable disabled equals true. Save it. Bye. I still go into minus. That's quite weird because I am disabling this. I said disable true. Let's see, debug, copy, paste, disable equals true if the product quantity equals 0. It's not actually doing anything. On click disabled. Let's see what the bug is. Let me just inspect this element here. The button doesn't have the disabled variable. even though I said if the product dot quantity equals 0. That was the bug. Now I cannot go up. Sorry, I cannot go down. I can just, oh, here's another bug. I need to set this back to false. So when I add 1, I need to add the product quantity and say that disable is actually false. Save it. Bye. Add it. Go down. I cannot go down. Cannot go below 0. Remove. All right, guys. So I think this is good enough for now. Please remember to give me a like, subscribe to the channel so you can see the future videos about it, and get notifications, because I'm planning to create some really advanced tutorials, also in the same way as now, you know, very simple, specify very simple, but they are very advanced. Okay, thank you so much for seeing me, or at least hearing me and seeing how I code. Bye bye.